Wow. All right. Welcome, everybody. It's time for the pre-party. Happy Halloween. Happy All Hallows Eve. Yay. I'm going to take a look. I want to see if is anybody here dressed up? Is anybody here dressed up? All right. I am so stoked. I want to invite you to come on the screen if you're listening. I know maybe if you're driving, whatever, but come bring your energy, bring your fullness, bring your full engagement. Whatever you look like, it's awesome. I literally was just, I had all these grand plans of curling my hair and, it doesn't happen. So, we're going to start moving our bodies. All right, so let's get up, let's dance. This is the Turned On Sales Challenge, not the kind of sorta sales. We're getting into it. So we got all these people popping in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy y'all are here. Yay, yay, yay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Love seeing all these names here. People I know, people I don't. Everybody, I'm so stoked you're here. All right. Woo!
These freaky frequencies are elevating.
Great. My computer's doing this thing where it's like tracking me. It's very interesting. I'm also renaming myself. So you all know who I am in case you don't know who I am. All right. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for showing up for the pre-party. We've got about 200 women registered so far for this challenge. Woo! We've still got several days to go before we even get it fully going. So the energy is awesome. Welcome. Welcome to the Turned On Sales Challenge. Okay, who here is excited about having sales feel effing awesome for you? Yeah. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Put it in the chat. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? How do you feel about the possibility of sales being like your favorite thing that you do in your business? Maybe like other than the core thing you're like leading or teaching or offering, right? Like, what is the possibility of that feel like, right? Ah, yes, 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 yes. So good. So good. All right, freeing, integrated, yes, ready and open, relieved. Oh, I love that. Yeah, relieved. Really, yes, relieved, relieved. So I'm just so stoked to have you all here and support all of us and having a fabulous upgrade of our experience of sales and making money in our work. Yeah. Such a shift. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to, first of all, I just want to say, first of all, welcome. I'm Casey. It's so great to have you here. If you are looking to really spread the impact of your work, like it's your calling, it is your divine calling to be sharing and reaching so many more people. And you really are called to make more money than you've ever made. You're ready to take things totally to the next level, and you're not willing to compromise on how you feel. You're not willing to compromise on feeling amazing and lit up and connected to your joy and your vitality in that process. You're in the right place, because that's what that's what we're all about here, is feeling fucking great and doing the work that we came to do and being really successful at it. So, all right, I want us all to start. First of all, it's great to have you all here. I would love to hear from you in the chat. Let us know, where are you coming in from? Where are you piping in from? And I also want to invite everybody, you do you and you do whatever is right for you, and come on screen, be here with us, be fully engaged. I used to be somebody who kind of, and I know everybody also has their own things going on. So this is not, like you really know what's best for you. And I used to be somebody who, like, I would just listen in and be off video, but when I started fully deciding I am engaging and leaning in, I am engaging and leaning into community. I am engaging and leaning into community who is also massively lit up and committed. Things really shifted for me. I actually stepped into so much more the field of the expansion of what I was doing with so much more ease. And so I want to invite us all for this whole challenge as much as possible to be on video, to really be here, be in community, lean in. Because when we're in community with people who are also committed and in the energy of their evolution and their growth, it's like a bonfire, right? It catches, all the wood catches. We experience so much more ease in our own growth and evolution for whatever it is that we're leaning into. So that is my invitation. And however you need to be, you are welcome. You are so welcome, even if you're listening in. It's great. Okay, so let's see where everybody's coming in from. All right. Oh my gosh, so many places. Tulsa, yeah. Miami, Southeast Wisconsin, Tucson. Hey, Krista, my neighbor. Pebble Beach, nice. Richmond, Devani, Sedona, Manila. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have several of my like epic team members live in the Philippines. All right, Slovenia, Mount Shasta. Oh my God, I love Mount Shasta. So beautiful. All right, Sacramento, the Catskills, Ohio, New York City. Okay, welcome. Welcome, everybody. All right. Oh, and Byron Bay's in the house. Got one of my Australia ladies here. Welcome. And Byron Bay, it's got to be the middle of the night. Susie, you're a rock star. All right, I'm lighting the sacred candle. Hold on. With my blowtorch. Couldn't find my matches. Okay. It is a little melty in the middle, but I just want you to know that it says purpose and it is gold because our purpose is golden. It really is. I am going to now spray and welcome us all in. Someone gave this to me, this flower essence, divine timing, this manifesting mist. It's flower essences. Oh my God, it's amazing. It's amazing. Okay, so I'm misting our whole space with this beautiful essence of manifesting mist with gold hydrosol. It's fabulous. Lotus Way, if you haven't heard of them, their stuff is incredible. Lotus Way, WEI. All right, let's get us going. We are here on All Hallows Eve. Samhain. What a day. I actually didn't quite clock that I was planning this on Samhain. And then when it hit me, I was like, oh, of course, it's Samhain. This is such a powerful day. I'm not going to get too much into it. Some of you may know and recognize what Samhain is, some is not. I actually went into labor dressed as a witch 12 years ago today. My son his birthday is tomorrow. And I labored all through the night on Halloween night, birthed at home, gave birth to him 27 hours later. And this is such a potent day for connecting into incredible unseen energies, right? Letting in the support of our ancestors, our connection to the unseen realm. And what I would like to do is just have us take a moment to step into the energy and potency of what we all here are claiming for ourselves. And I want to name, and I want to see, you can put in the chat as well, what are you claiming for yourself that had you say yes to coming to the Turned On Sales Challenge? What is it that you are wanting? What is it that you're committed to? What is it that is calling you forward, right? That had you say yes to coming into this experience, the Turned On Sales Challenge? What are you claiming? And let's put it in the chat. What are you claiming? And let's just go ahead and presence right now what it is that we are claiming. We are saying so yes to in our life, right? What is it that you are claiming? Being turned on by sales, yes, yes, yes. My limitless potential and reach, beautiful. My abundance and joy, my purpose and courage, freedom to live my life as I please, and having a really amazing experience of supporting more people. Beautiful. Selling being easy and fun. Aligning with my wealthiest self. Being a remarkable mission-driven Building a remarkable mission-driven legacy. Yes. Birthing my work, freedom, adventure, play, making abundance and resources that nourish the world. I mean, these are so good. Claiming sales feeling so good. No shame, no hiding. Full expression, supportive service from a place of fun. Yes, Krista, I love that so much. I love all of these. Finding my way of selling, selling to feel as fun as co-creating. Beautiful. I love reading all of these. I love reading all of these. Here's what I know. Let's talk for a minute about magic. This is a day to really talk about magic. So magic is speaking. Do you know what the root word of this? Okay, well, the root word, obviously, of spelling is to spell, right? And to spell. I mean, like, and when I really heard this and let this sink in, it was like, yeah, that is one of the deepest truths. And I'm sorry, my computer does this. I'm not sure how to turn it off. Um, the the to spell, like when we speak, we are creating. Our words are magic. Our words are magic, truly. And you know what makes them super magical? Is when we speak them into a field of fertile listening. So if you're kind of new to my work, I want to share with you what fertile listening is. So fertile listening is listening for someone in such a way that they cannot help but blossom in your presence. Right? And this is one of the greatest superpowers there is, like this quality of listening. There are different gradients of listening, right? But high grade listening, like luxury listening, really high level, magical, powerful listening is listening for someone in such a way that they can't help but blossom in your presence because you literally bring them forth. And so when we share what it is that we are claiming, what we are stepping into in our lives, in a field of fertile listening, magical. Absolutely magical. It's super fuel. It's working in the energetics realm. It helps to relieve so much of the toil. If you feel like you're in a place of like toiling, toil and trouble, toiling in your work, my invitation to you is to look at what is the listening that's surrounding you in your life, right? And what can you do to put yourself in community with people who are offering this magical listening to you so that when you speak what you want, when you speak what you're claiming, when you speak your desires, they blossom with so much greater ease. It's one of the great secrets. They say that, your success is really determined in many ways by like the 5 people you surround yourself with the most. And sometimes that's really hard to hear, you know? And it's also really powerful to hear because you can still have amazing people in your life that maybe may not offer that quality of listening. But when we choose to be like, I'm going to consciously choose to also bring into my life and to lean into connection with people whose listening is so extraordinary of me, and they have amazing listening of themselves, then we evolve, we expand, we grow at such a more ease-filled, fun-filled, beautiful rate. That's part of what makes creation so fun, is being and surrounding yourself with people who are also committed to making creation really fun and who have this fertile listening of yourself and other. It's expansive listening. It's listening that's rooted in evolution and growth and joy and fertility and vitality, right? This is what we want to do. And so this community for this next, 25 days, we don't start our challenge until Tuesday, but we're starting now. We are in the pre-party. That when we lean into community, this is in these 21 days, part of what is going to make this so magical is how we listen for one another and our willingness to spell, to make spells, to speak what we want, what we desire. No shame, no hiding, no shame around how much success you want, how much you want your work to grow, how much money you want to make, right? This is a place where you can bring it all. And my invitation to you is to really play with bringing it all, right? So we are going to talk about, yes, Queen. I love that. Yes. So we are setting the foundation here. And I got to take this off because I am like, so hot. All right. So we are setting the foundation here in our pre-party for the culture of our community. We are going to have, and I want to invite you to put in the chat, do you agree? Do you agree to listening, with fertile listening to the women in this Turned On Sales Challenge, to really listening for them in their greatness, to getting turned on yourself by hearing their desires and what they want and letting yourself, oh yes, like feel it and get high off it. Are you ready to be in community like this? Are you willing to offer the magic of fertile listening? If so, spell it. Spell it in the chat. Yes. Oh my gosh, I feel the yeses. Yes, 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 yes. So ready. Oh my God. Oh my God. So good. Okay. Amazing. All right. So here's the next agreement. Are you willing to be brave these next 24, 5 days, whatever it is? Are you willing to be brave? Are you willing to be brave? Are you willing to get uncomfortable? Are you willing to get into new, intense, uncomfortable sensations so that you can grow, so that you can make magic? Are you willing? Are you willing to feel things that maybe your life has told you, do not feel. No, I will not feel. I will go and have a glass of wine instead. No, let's feel. Are you willing to feel the intensity of sensation? And I'm going to teach you how to party with it. And are you willing to be brave? All right. Yes, yes, we've got, I am willing to be brave. I am willing to be brave. Yes, yes. Look at all these yeses. Y'all are so yesing. Love the yesing. Okay, amazing. And so it is. Okay, so we are really going to start here. I have written some notes. Sometimes you will see me look down at my notes. Let's hope I can read them because my handwriting is truly terrible. So, all right. We all know. Hang on. This is just bugging the heck out of me. I got to figure this out. Hold on. How do I do it? How do I do it? Okay, I think I know. I think it's in video. Auto frame. Okay, great. Hallelujah. All right. I was going to get vertigo from that. So, all right. So we all know that being in doing sales, putting ourselves out there, doing uncomfortable things, being vulnerable, asking for people, inviting people to come into our offers. Oh my gosh, it can bring up so many things. And we all know all the stuff that it can bring up. We all know. We know. This is not news. It's all the things. All the things. We're going to be supporting ourselves around transforming our relationship to these things in this challenge. But what I want to invite us to super lean into, because sometimes we can do a lot of inner work to clear the hard, when we can also instead invest energy in leaning in to actually what feels really good and just continuing to lean into what feels really good and practice that muscle. And I'm not saying don't pay attention to those things. I'm not saying that they're not valid. I'm just saying that we can cultivate the muscle of where we put our attention and where we're plugging ourselves in. And that's a big thing about what we're going to be doing and practicing and teaching in here, so that you have a consistent transformed experience of sales, so that you are holding that energy even when those hard things come up. It's not about getting rid of all the uncomfortable feelings. It's about how we meet them and the field that we bring to it when they arise. And we're going to really be exploring that. So, my invitation is that we're going to just be leaning deep and trusting deep in the power of you leaning into your vision. Your vision, the magic of your vision, and how your vision makes you feel. How your vision makes you feel. And we're going to do that right now. So, I want to invite you all to close your eyes. And I would like to invite you to imagine yourself having a conversation with someone, or maybe even leading a live event online or speaking on stage, whichever one feels most available and lights you up the most, to just see yourself doing the thing. And I want you to first, for this moment, notice what feelings or sensations come up for you when you think about being on that stage or leading that event or speaking to someone who's interested in your work. And you know there's going to come a moment when you talk about your offer. You're going to ask someone and talk about the possibility of them paying you money for what you have to offer. And I want to invite you right now to feel whatever sensations come up in your body right now. No judgment, no needing to classify them. Just feel. What does it feel like in your body? What does it feel like? And without needing to change it, without needing to make it different, I want to invite you to imagine there's a dial in the center of that feeling. And you're going to take the dial and you're going to turn it up. You're going to turn it up. You're going to turn up the sensation. You're going to really feel what this feeling is. Just feeling it. Being, yes, I am feeling this sensation. Yes. And I want to invite you, without changing it, to allow your breath to flow to this sensation. And without trying to get rid of it or make it different, just let your breath caress and love this sensation. Let your breath caress the edges of it, the contours of it. Get to know it. Be intimate with this sensation with your breath. saying yes to the sensation with your breath. And maybe the sensation still stays intense, but how is this shifting your experience of it, your relationship to it right now? As you embrace it with your breath. Yes. Just saying to that sensation, yes, welcome. 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 All right. I want to invite you to put into the chat, what do you notice? What do you notice as you embrace the sensation with your breath, as you breathe, the contours of it, caressing it? What do you notice? Maybe it's something really subtle. Maybe it's something very strong for you. What do you notice? You can spell it in the chat. I feel seen. Beautiful. What do you notice? What happens to the sensation? There's no right answer. What happens to it? How do you feel in your body? A little bit of excitement and a little fear. Softening into the vision. I noticed a constriction up in my upper chest and throat area. It was like whatever wanted to rise up was pushing into that constriction. Thank you. I'm curious what happens when you caress that place that feels like that constriction, that sensation with the breath. And I also encourage you to explore what would happen if you just purely felt that sensation, even without potentially the definition of it's a constriction, and going even deeper into it's a sensation and relating it from that place, because then we're defining it as opposed to fully more experiencing it on a pure level. So that's the next piece. Flow and movement, a dance. The sensation feels held and loved. Beautiful. I feel loved, and it's okay to dread sales. Yeah, totally. Everything we feel is okay. Unsettling, then into softening like a sweet surrender. Beautiful. Tinkly. The heavy ball shrank and softened. Amazing. Amazing. So this is like level 1. And what I mean by that is that, like when I said we're going to lean deeply into the vision, lean deeply into the joy, and I saw that Laura here is like, isn't that performing? It's actually, we're not skipping over anything. We're not skipping over anything. Actually, a big part of what happens in this work in order to get to that place of authentic joy and turn on is that we got to be honest about what actually comes up for us and love it. This is the power of our active loving. How we love something with the breath is the greatest healing force in the world. Everything that is challenging that comes up for us emotionally inside of us is all just looking for the loving home of our presence and our breath. That's all it wants. And from there, a whole world of new possibility can open up of what we experience. So the first thing that happens is creating safety, right? In order for us to experience turn on and joy, we have to create safety, right? I think we all know that, like, it's so important. We got to create safety. Turn on and joy and our vision, all this lives in safety. And we have enormous ability and skill to create this safety for ourselves. What often happens when we do brave things, scary things like this, when we go out and sell, when we go out and speak, when we do these things, we're really putting ourselves out there. So there's this underlying thing that comes up. And I was just speaking about this in our WhatsApp group, which, by the way, we have gotten messages from some people they cannot get into the WhatsApp group. And I want you to know we're working on figuring out what the heck is going on, because some people are getting in and some people are not. So just know that's there. But I did share about this a little bit yesterday, if you're listening to my messages to you, that this underlying question mark, is it okay? Am I okay? Is what I'm offering, is it okay? Am I doing this right? Will they like it? What if they say no? Oh my God, what does that mean about my work, about my offer? What does that mean about my survival? This is so powerful for us to really look at as this underlying question mark, and to give it a home, to give it a home inside of ourselves, a place where it's loved, where the universal answer always and forever is yes. Yes. You are so much more than okay. You are safe. You are loved. No matter what happens, no matter what anybody says, you have a home here with me, always. And that we stop outsourcing that to other people, right? That is really level one of getting to this place of being in this consistent state of just absolute rapture, of offering your work, standing in the value of it, right? We can't skip over these parts that are the question marks, asking, what happens if they don't like it? And what are all the things that we mean, the shame, the hiding, the self-doubt, the fear, right? The avoidance. Some of these things are not that loud. Some of them is just like you're just not doing it. You're just in avoidance. And so, what I'm going to be challenging you to do these next 21 days, right, is to be putting yourself in situations where you are selling. And this is especially important for those of you who avoid, for those of you who have constructed a lot of busyness or a lot of really, really good excuses or a lot of other priorities for why you can't be in the action of selling every day. Because we all do it. And oftentimes, when it's something that when we are doing that, but it's not connected to the thing that we want, like we want impact. We want our work to scale and spread. We want money. We want a lot of money. Money is a blessing. I never met a wise woman with a lot of money who wasn't like, I mean, it just offering that, taking care of herself, her family, doing and contributing to amazing things. Like wise women like us having a lot of money is just a blessing straight up for everyone, period. And when those are the things that we want, right? We want to have expanded impact. We want to have so much more money than we're experiencing. We want to go to the next level of what it is financially we want, but our actions aren't lining up with it. And we wonder why it's not happening. One of the things we have to take an honest look at is like, where am I avoiding? What am I doing and constructing in my life to create as other priorities? And why am I doing that? I'm gonna share what I see as the answer to that question, is that we don't want to feel uncomfortable things. We just don't want to feel it. We don't want to feel. We don't want to feel rejection. It is astounding the levels we go to avoid feeling rejection. The orchestration of the mind, of the nervous system, the emotional body. And there are things earlier in our life, things that we've experienced where those things were constructed to have us not feel those things that were in so many ways brilliant. But now we are women. We are women, and we can mother that child inside. Yes, we can. We can mother the child inside who is scared to feel rejected. We can bring her the love that she needs. It is not going to come from that person on that event that you're selling to, whether they say yes or no. It will never fill the thing that she needs. It comes from us, right here, right? So, how do we meet this part of ourselves that is scared to sell or that knows that we could do more? We're pretty good at it, but we're still avoiding it because maybe it's not that we're scared to sell. Maybe there's some stuff that comes up that's actually like, can't be too successful. That might make some people really uncomfortable, right? That might push some people away. Or we have some beliefs that like people with a lot of money are not spiritual, or they're horrible, or they're greedy, or you can't have too much. Don't have too much. Don't, I know that one. Don't you have too much. So we orchestrate so much of our actions to avoid feeling these things or being run by these internal stories. And the only way that we get to transform our relationship to it is to step right into it, do the things, and see what comes up, right? See what comes up and practice meeting them. Practice meeting them. And it does not have to be hard. It's actually so simple. How do we be with the challenging things when they come up? Right? Because they come up for everybody, everyone. Women who are making multiple 6 figures, women who are making 7 figures, 8 figures, 9 figures, right? Like it comes up for everyone. But the thing is that those who go to further levels of expansion in their work, in their success, in their financial reality, and who are operating at a high level, is that they move through those things very quickly. Those things come up for everyone. If you feel all kinds of feelings, scared, afraid, self-doubt, terrified, shame, all those things, you're not doing it wrong. You're not doing it wrong. As a matter of fact, they're a natural part of the process because we're humans living here. And it's deep conditioning that has been going on for a long time that also we've inherited and is in this field. But the art is learning how to transform those things, meet those things, love those things, and then move through more quickly. When we do that, you are unstoppable. Yes, you are a super expander. You are magical, and your spells will bless many beings. Yeah, this is how that works. So we're going to be working as 21 days to turn you into somebody who moves through that stuff quick. Okay? So you can get on with doing the thing that turns you on and lights you up and is a massive blessing to this world. All right? And to sell and make a lot of money doing it. But this is so important. Now, I could like totally give you so many, like, and I am like, we're going to talk more about this, but you're going to get all kinds of, there's their practices, strategies, things that I teach are going to be so much more like in that realm. But we're also going to be going into actually cultivating who we be. Because at the end of the day, that's it. That's the magic, is cultivating who we be. And so I'm not going to leave you hanging with just philosophy either. I actually, and this is my jam, I will teach you practices, simple, quick practices to help you consistently get into and connect into this state of being so turned on, going out there, being full wow, and sharing your work, and going out there and selling your work, right? That is actually why people are going to want to buy from you, is because you embody the full yes of what you're doing. That's why people are going to consider you a coach or a mentor that they want to hire. is that you embody the fullness of the purpose and the joy from whence it came. Yeah. So I want to tell you a story. All right. So first of all, I'm going to put in the chat. How is this landing? What is landing for you? What resonates? What have I said here that you're like, yes, that, right? To make it stick. What is it? Go ahead and put in the chat. We're just going to do a little integration here. What is it that I'm saying or sharing here? Or what are you realizing or seeing that's really landing for you? Go ahead and put it here in the chat. All right. Kelly, who I am being is ultimately what sells. Somehow that simplifies things a lot. It really does. It really does. And there's a rich inner alchemy that we're working inside ourselves all the time to be in that state. But it does, it simplifies things so much. The realness is landing, not suppressing what's coming up. Yes. Go into the thing I've been avoiding. Love how it's truly learning to be my new identity. Yes, we're going to be diving into that so deeply. No joy equals no sales. Dun, 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 dun. Basically, that is one of the core teachings right there. No joy equals no sales. That's it. Where am I avoiding and why? Embracing the hard stuff so you can move it quickly. Yeah, that's it. That's really it. Okay, so I want to tell you a story. So I want to tell you, okay, before I tell you the story, there's a couple logistical things that I want to land here. All right. So we have a WhatsApp group, all right, that is experiencing some kind of bizarre technical issue. So I want to give you, dun, 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 I hope here, the WhatsApp link. All right. And if you are not in the WhatsApp group, I would like for you to try going there right now and see, and let me know if it works for you. Okay. Let me know if it works. Here's the link to the WhatsApp group. Does that link work for you? I know Joan wasn't able to get in there. We're just going to take 2 seconds to see if we can troubleshoot this. So go ahead and check that link, especially if, like Joan, you're a key person. I know it didn't work for you before, so let us know if it worked for you. If you aren't in the WhatsApp group, click that link. See if it takes you to the WhatsApp group and you're able to join. And let me know in the chat. Is it taking you to the WhatsApp group page? It did work. Yay. Okay. What a mystery. We're going to make sure, I don't know why it didn't work before, but we're going to update the emails and everything. Yes, it's just the announcements thread. Yeah. Okay. So I am sending every day laser focused, short insights, mini trainings, support to keep you going and motivated, right? And so this is a place to keep coming back to each day to stay connected in, right? To stay connected in, to stay juiced up, right? So I'm glad it's working. All right. The second thing is that I want you to know that our first call is next Tuesday. Make sure it's on your calendar. I want to make sure that you are all set to be there live. Okay. So that call is at 8 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Mountain Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. All right. It will probably go 2 hours. It's blocked as that. Okay. It keeps leading me to download the app, which I already have. Okay. So that is happening for some people. That's the problem. I don't know what is going on. It's doing that for some people and not for others. I'm not sure. That is so frustrating. Christina, I am not sure what's going on. So reach out to us at support at Woman Speak and we'll help see what we can do to help troubleshoot it. Okay. Yes, there will be a recording. And I cannot recommend enough coming live for the things that we talked about earlier, for really being here in the fullness of the energy and bringing the most to this experience and getting the transformation that you are deeply desiring. Okay, so we have our first call is next Tuesday at 8 a.m. Pacific. Our second call is Tuesday the 11th at 11 a.m. Pacific. And our third call is Tuesday the 18th at 9 a.m. Pacific. These calls, are blocked for 2 hours, and we will probably go the full 2 hours for these trainings. All right, so just so you know. Okay, now here's the story that I want to tell. All right, and we're probably going 90 minutes today. So the story I want to tell is the tale of two launches. This is my story for you today. So not that long ago, I think it was 2023, so not that long ago, there was a season where I did two launches, right? And the first launch was something that felt like it just made a lot of sense. The program that I was creating, right? And both of these, by the way, were new programs that I was launching. One was a continuation program for women in my mastermind. And the thing is that it made a lot of sense. It seemed like it was gonna, like, yes, I'm gonna do this. I think it's what they need. It's gonna make a lot of money. It made so much sense. And there was a way in my mind that I could really get behind it. It made a lot of sense. This is gonna be great. But there was this sort of like meow feeling inside. It was very quiet. It was very, very quiet. But it was nothing compared to the like, this is great. We're gonna make a lot of money doing this. It's gonna be so good. But there was still this little feeling of a tiny flag, like you know what I mean? Sort of like when you flag in your energy, like little meow, wilt in my energy about it. Um, and I even did this practice that I do when I am exploring options of where to focus my energy in my life or in my work, and I'm not clear. I'm not clear. And I'm going to teach you this process as part of this challenge. You are going to love it. It is phenomenal. Life changer. Like incredible. Help you so much with focusing your energy and like being in the fullness of your joy and your turn on and your power. So I did this practice to check in, and I even got a no. I got a no. But I went forward anyway, because what was actually the deeper thing I was plugged into was, oh man, we got to do this to bring in some more money. Like, we got to do this to bring in more money. We got to do it to bring in more money. I was coming from a place of making a decision from a place of fear and scarcity. And so move forward. That was, I was very skilled at making decisions from fear and scarcity many times. This is nothing new to me. It was a very normal experience and sensation, very common to move forward in that direction because it made sense and we needed to do it to make the money, So moved forward, and every call for those sales calls felt kind of just, it was good. Some people signed up. It was great, but there was this edge of need. And the sales conversations were just, they were fine. They were fine. It was not fun. It was not fun. This is where I felt this like little voice inside. It feels like I'm really like trying here, you know? And some people signed up, some people didn't, but there was this edge and this sort of gripping feeling internally around it. Like, we really need this, And we start the program, and the program is an absolute slog. Ugh, I did not enjoy leading this program. The clients didn't felt so different than other things we've done in the past that were just so alive and on. Like, it was just kind of heavy feeling and not that fun. It just wasn't that fun. And so ultimately, 6 months later, we shut it down. and we shut it down. And it was like, oh, thank God, you know? Now I want to compare that to 5 months later. 5 months later, I like from when I launched that program, we were preparing to launch another one that, oh my God, is just so lit up about this program. I mean, so excited to do this program. Oh my God, I had so much vision around it. I was so fun. Every morning, I could not wait. During the launch periods, we had like a month where we did this launch. I would wake up every morning, right with the sun or right before. I would get up. I would do my practice that I do. I just like plug into my turn on and run it through my nervous system and expand it through my whole nervous system and connect to my joy and my vision and my heart and all these things. And I go make my breakfast and I go work out. I get to my desk by 7:30 in the morning. And I mean, had the best time. My team, we were on fire. We had so much fun. Every sales conversation was an effing delight. I just could not. I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited to get on the phone and talk about this. I was so excited. I knew that what we were doing was awesome. I knew that this program was going to be absolutely so amazing for people. I mean, I was swimming in the value of this offer. Like, I knew how incredible it was. And we had the best time. It was so epic. We enrolled so many women in this. We made in 1 month $350,000. It was so fantastic. It was amazing. And the program was great. And so that was a big teaching for me about what to do and what not to do. And that how deeply we can trust what turns us on. How deeply we can trust it. How much we can orient for our joy and not settle for anything less. So, if what you have to offer to people has you feel anything less than just like ecstatic, it's so great. I believe in it so much. I cannot wait to leave this. I love it. I mean, you are so lit up about it. Don't do it. Cancel it. Reorient. Let yourself get aligned with what is the thing that is going to have me feel like that. Because that is your superhighway. Your turn on, your joy is a superhighway to what you want, to your expansion, to your success, to your wealth, to your magnetism. People want to work with people who are like, I fucking love what I offer and do. This is so amazing. And you feel it through every cell of your body. If you're not feeling that, it is worth it to get yourself into a space where you do an honest evaluation, plug yourself into those feelings and dream and plan from that place. That's so key. When we then decided to then take that program and scale the program that we did. I mean, it was so fun. It all felt so easy. It felt so easy to grow, right? And that's what I want for you is like more ease, more joy. Now, when you feel that place of just yes to what you're offering, right? And it's so true and aligned for you, right? And it meets this place of your deepest joy, what really serves people, meets a deep need and desire for people. And you're doing it in your own unique way. Like there's something about what you are doing and how you're doing it that is unique. Like it's new in its own way. And it might be very similar to what a ton of other people are doing, but there might be an aspect of what you bring to it is new. Those are the three things that make an offer, like in so many ways, like so compelling to people, right? And that those are the three things that have you be in the epicenter of your power and your joy and make selling so much easier. So your authenticity, your brilliance, how it helps people, the uniqueness that you're bringing, right? this is really what you want to lean into in creating. And from that place, everything expands from that place. We're going to be talking a lot more about that, right? So, my question to you is, do you have in your life right now something that you are offering that really lights you up? Or do you sense it's really time for an upgrade? Like, to get really honest with that. Go ahead and put in the chat. Yes, I am switched on. I am ecstatic about what I'm offering. Or, oh my gosh, I really need to I need to align in that energy. All right, go ahead and put in the chat. Where are you at right now? Awesome, Julia. That's so great. Okay, need an upgrade. Upgrade, please. Upgrade needed. I want to align with that energy. Fuck yeah. Upgrade uploading and feeling so excited. She is in the river. She is in the river. I know Whitney's one of my best friends, and I just happen to know she's so aligned. It's like waking her up at 2 a.m. with so much excitement and all the plans and all the details. Like, that's the zone we want to get into. Kind of. I need to align. That's what I've been doing and love my offer. That's awesome, Denise. I am aligned. We are our own alchemists. Heather, yes. No, but I have an offer that does light me up, but I have no idea how to deliver it. Okay, great. That's good to know. That's good to know. I have death upgrade in the last month. That's right. We've been working on that, but still more turn on I can have. Amazing. Jen is so locked and loaded in something so epic. Y'all got to check it out. All right, Krista, aligned and ready in transition. Okay, so this is one piece, all right? And we're going to talk more about this. All right, that's what that is. That is definitely what is coming. But the real key message that I want to impress upon us here as we're in our pre-party and what we're leading into is how important it is for us. It is our responsibility. It is actually the deepest realm of our leadership to make sure we are plugged in. We are plugged into our turn on. We are plugged into our joy. This is not a mental thing. This is actually a physical thing. It is an energetic thing. And when we do that, right, we enter into the river and the field of our brilliance. We enter into the river and field of our natural bravery. We enter into the natural field also of our magnetism, right? And the place from which we experience so much more ease and inviting people into our work and being a stand. That is one of the huge things that I'm going to be teaching you to do, and I'm going to be supporting you to do in these 21 days, is taking responsibility every day to plug in. Plug in. All right. So this is where if we are feeling a little heavy, if we're feeling, and it's okay to feel these things, right? But if we're feeling a little heavy, if we're feeling a little like not so into it, if we're feeling a little bit like, actually, like, I'm just going to tell you straight, like, you have enormous power to shift that. You have enormous power to take responsibility for your energy every day and get into the zone of being plugged in, switched on, connected to that joy, and leading from that place. But it is a muscle. It is a muscle. And I'm going to be supporting you in developing that muscle in 21 days. There's a lot that you can do in 3 weeks to change your life, to create a totally new habit, a new ritual, a new way of being. And that is one of my biggest invitations. We're going to be getting into all the strategies. We're going to be getting into all the practices. We're getting into all the things that you're going to go do. But the most important thing of all is plugging in. All right? Because here's the deal. We live in a society and a culture, right, where we are plugged in. I mean, in some ways, you want to think about it like the Matrix, right? We are like plugged in to a system that runs on dun, 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 scarcity and fear, not enoughness. Welcome to Earth. To everybody that is plugged into that absolute sad lie. But it is a source of energy. It is. It's a source of energy. There is a lot that we can accomplish from a place of fear and stress and worry about not having enough. There is a lot, but it will never fulfill you. And there will come a moment in your life, or a few, where you're like, this is not my path. This is not my path. This doesn't feel right. You have a crisis of purpose. And I got to tell you, I don't know where you are, but I know a lot of women go through this in their 40s. Oh man, we've been doing a lot of the things, building a lot of the things. And then we hit a moment and we're like, that doesn't really feel like that's the truest expression of me. And it's sucking my vitality. Right? So I'm wondering if anybody's ever been there. Has anybody ever here ever realized, like, wow, I have been creating in my life from stress and fear? Like, has anybody ever had that seeing or realization? I am curious. I don't think I am the only one. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Yep. 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 Yes. 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 That is the way of it. This is wisdom. This is wisdom. And this is why I know none of us are willing to sacrifice our energy, our vitality, our joy, our happiness anymore for our work. Anybody feel that way? Does anybody want to say like, hallelujah? Yes. Has anybody here come to that decision in their life? Right? Like, I have big dreams. I have big, juicy dreams. I want to make a lot of money, but I better feel effing amazing while I'm doing it, because it is not worth it to do anything other than that. Has anybody come to that queen moment? Because that is a queen moment right there. That is what I would call, when you have that realization, the birth of the new queen here, who is rich in her wisdom, rich in her vitality, and rich in her wealth. That is the new queen. But we got to hit that moment and have that realization. Yes, queen, I am learning to feel good always. Yes, yes, yes. Heck yeah, 100 fucking percent. Yes, that is 10,000% right there. That's a lot of percent. That's amazing. Yes. Can I get an amen up in here? Yes. So, okay, good, good. This is good. We're a women with standards. Good. We really should. So here's the great news. Here's the great news. All of that expanded success, expanded like epic wealth, like all of it, the ease of selling and selling our offers, all of it, like all of that which we want lies in one place, our turn on. That's where it lies. That's where it lives. That is the place from whence it comes forth. Yes, our turn on, our turn on. It is literally the sensation that lives inside of your body of joy. It is the sensation of aliveness. It is the sensation in your yoni of feeling switched on, right? And one of the most important things that we can do is cultivate ourselves to feel that and to trust it. Begin to live from it, speak from it, create from it, not settle for anything less. And that, you know what? Because I could go off forever about this and get so philosophical. Here's the thing, right? Let's just break it down. Once upon a time, your parents had sex, and you became a little embryo of cells, miraculously dividing and growing and bursting forth into like a full-blown body of a baby. It's breathing, it's flipping miracle, right? All of that energy, right? This is my Taoist teacher now coming through. All of that energy is what's called Jing energy, sexual energy, life force energy. The creative energy of the universe drives that growth, And it's brilliant. Like, inside the spark of it is the intelligence of creating this creature that is one of a kind. It will never exist anywhere else in all time. Anything just like it. It is fully authentic and unique. It's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Stunning. And then this thing keeps growing. It keeps growing. And, I look at my child, he's 12, he's like getting bigger. He's like all these new like skills and talents. He's like singing, he's like heavy metal singer. He's like, wow, who is this person? And then we keep growing and we grow and like we hit like 25, 26, and like we're like a full-fledged like adult human, but it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. It lives in our desire. It lives in this spark of intelligence that is informing how we are to create in the world. Right? It's amazing. And it keeps going our whole life. And all we have to do is keep tapping into that Jing turn on life force energy. That's it. The insights, the discoveries, the inspirations, the knowings that come when we're in that field of energy are trustable. They have for no guarantees. Unlike the ideas from our society that start getting thrown at us from a very early age of like, you should really be a doctor. Maybe not a doctor anymore. I don't know if anybody's saying that anymore, but you should really be a tech CEO. Yeah, that's the path. That's the path to guaranteed money right there. That's it, right? You really, should become a lawyer because that is a stable job and lawyers are respectable. You're going to get everything. You're going to get the house and the car and the wife or the husband. You're going to get all the things if you do this. So it's like the mind begins to think, oh, well, there's this thing I can trust. It has a plan. Other people have seen it. It's proven. So I better follow that because, my mind has ideas about the things that I'm for sure going to get out of it. But when we follow our turn on, when we follow our joy, it doesn't really work like that. It takes so much bravery. It takes so much trust. It literally takes unplugging from this, scarcity, fear, energy grid and plugging in to the river of sanity, right? Which is life force, which is nature, which is feeling aliveness through our body, right? This is the domain of joy, of creativity, of health, of life force, of wealth, of abundance, of expansion of who we came here to be, right? It is the energy of evolution, period. But it takes bravery and it takes trust because there's no guarantee about where it's going to go. And why is there no guarantee of where it's going to go? Because is there any guarantee when that little baby, that little embryo develops, there's no guarantee of what it's going to look like. When it's in the embryo form, there's no like, okay, it's going to look exactly like this. One day she will be 5'5" and weigh 125 and will look like this and have brown eyes and have brown hair. And she will there's no guarantee. We have no idea what the final outcome will be because that's the magic of the Jing. That's the magic of our sexual energy. We live in the realm of the unknown. But what we do know is that we can trust and keep coming back to this river of turn on. And let me tell you something. This is exactly what happens in turned on sales. We have no idea the outcome. We have no idea. We have no idea if someone's going to say yes. I'm doing this whole challenge. I have no idea how many people are going to sign up. I'm going to make offers through this challenge. You're going to see me offer and sell and do all the things. I have no idea if people are going to sell. It's a complete unknown. It's a complete unknown. But guess what? I do it for the joy. I do it because I believe in it. I do it because it's where my full aliveness is. I do it because I'm a stand for all of us to have our wisdom spread and to be rich. I do it for that. And when I keep leaning into that, that's what's trustable. It's a river of safety. Our turn on is a river of what we can really trust. And when we're in that space and we trust it and we lead and we live from that place, all the good things, that's the place where all the things that we deeply desire get to come and manifest, right? That's the kind of person people want to buy from. That's the, nobody wants to buy from the person who has the underlying question mark of like, do you like me? Is this okay? They just don't. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. But what's not hard, actually, is anchoring yourself deep in your turn on and your joy and coming from that place. standing in the value of what you have to give, communicating from that place, offering people the opportunity to step into their own unknown of expansion and greatness. That is where the magic is at. And that is what I want to teach you to live in, breathe in, live from in these 21 days. Because I promise you, if you will do what I am guiding you to do in these next 21 days, selling is going to be the most fun thing that you do in your work. It's going to feel so good. And the ease from which you're going to make your offers, the willingness you'll feel inside of you to get out and do brave things, right? It's just going to expand. This is what I want for you. All right. So I want to hear in the chat, how do you feel about what I'm saying? How do you feel about this? How do you feel about plugging into this, unplugging from the matrix, plugging into this realm of turn on and joy, and then going out and doing brave things, sharing your offer, doing all this? Like, how do you feel about this? Ecstatic. This has been a missing link. It is a missing link. Looking forward to it. Yes, the real safety. Beautiful. Turned on, excited. Awesome. Okay, amazing. So that's what we're going to do. So here's what's going to happen. We have, okay, dun, 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 overview of the 3 days. So over the course of the 3 days that we're going to have, over the course of the 21 days, we're going to have these meetings that we have, these trainings, these transmissions, these up levelings. Come be in person as much as possible. And the first one, we're really focusing on the energetics and who you be, right? Because until we think the second's going to get more strategic. But if we get into strategy before we really anchor this in, it's like similar to what I teach in public speaking. You could have the best content in the world, phenomenal content. But if people can't feel you, if your essence isn't coming through, it's flat. But you could just stand in front of a group of people, full in your essence, radiating your essence and just the gorgeousness of your embodied presence, and not say a word, and totally open the room, captivate everyone. People will be absolutely over the moon with seeing who you are and the power that you hold and the sovereignty that you have. And that is magnetic. That will open a room. So very similar. All right. We are going to get into all the things around selling, but who helping you support and cultivating who you be is really the first major thing. And we're going to go deep focusing on that in the first one. I promise you, this is like gold. All right. So that is our first call coming this Tuesday that you're going to bring forward as you embark on the challenge in the 21 days of bringing this fullness into everything that you do and leaning into these uncomfortable feelings and how to navigate those and putting yourself forward and leaning into the value of your offer and talking about it from this place. This is what we're really going to be doing. And then secondly, we are going to be, the second call is going to be really much focused. We're going to really teach you in the second call some epic practices for having epic sales conversations. All right. Whether it's in person, on stage, live events, that's where we're going to really be getting into more of the details of how to do that. All right. The third call is going to be much more on some of the other things to help make this so easy for you. Easy for you. And I'm going to give you like a hint right now. It's easier than ever if you do the following. Okay, I was just looking at a graph. Mind blown graph of online content, like the percentage of online content that is sourced by a human and the percentage of online content that is sourced by AI. We are now at the point where there is more content on the internet that is sourced by AI than real people. We have hit that point. It crossed recently, and it's just going to grow. I know, a lot of feelings about that. But here's the great news. Never has it been easier to magnetize people to who you are and what you do by just being real and being an awesome storyteller and standing in the fullness of your embodied aliveness. That's the thing, because the people's rate, the scent, the smell of fake is just going to get stronger and stronger. The ability to detect life force energy versus what has life force energy versus what does not is about to go through the flippin' roof in human development. Through the roof. And the more real and epic storyteller and just full in your essence that you are and generous in that, the easier it will be than ever to really be able to pull people in. So all of you are amazing women of wisdom who value being real and value embodiment. This is our advantage, and we're going to really explore how to really turn the volume up on that to magnetize people with so much more ease into who you are and what you do and your offers, and to get creative with that. All right, so that's a big piece of what we're going to be diving into as well. Okay, so who's excited about learning these things? Who's excited about this content? Who's excited about this experience that we're going on for 21 days to come out the other side? Women who fucking love selling. What? Who's excited? Yes, I am. Oh my gosh, let's hear it in the chat. Go ahead and spell it. Are you excited? How do you feel about sales right now? How do you feel about the possibility of sales? Go ahead and spell it. Let's spell it. Let's put those spells in there. So excited and ready. Yes, excited. So excited. Oh my gosh, I'm stoked. Let's go. I want to feel how you feel about sales at the end of the challenge. Yes, 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 yes. And so it is. Super excited. I can't wait to integrate. I'm excited. I'm excited. Here for this. Okay, amazing. We are here. All right, ladies. The pre-party is now coming to an end. Here's the thing that I want to support you in doing. A couple of logistical things, okay? Number one, you can, if you haven't already, take, like, I'm going to talk for a couple more minutes. You want to take a quick video of us talking and whatever, and you share it on social media. Just tag me if you share it on Instagram, Casey.Baker. All right. And you can put some music over it, share what your thoughts and your feelings were about this challenge today. All right. Make sure you do that. We have, if you share about this challenge, right, and if you aren't an affiliate, we have a bunch of affiliate links in like every email I'm sending. Go in there. It's really easy. Become an affiliate. You have a unique link to share about this challenge. If you share about the challenge, tag me on Instagram or Facebook, and I have instructions on this, but I'm Casey.Baker on Instagram. All right. And there's 2 people who sign up, and this is free, right? 2 people who sign up for this challenge, you will get access to an exclusive training that I am doing called Movement Making Magic. This is going to be an amazing training. As you know, I built a movement around the world of women teaching Woman Speak, teaching my work. What does it take to really have your message turn, go from being, I have a message, to I have a movement? People want to join things that are movements. They want to be in a collective, powerful, forward-moving energy of your work. They want to belong to something awesome that's moving things forward powerfully and be in community with epic people. I'm going to teach you how to really work on your messaging so that you can do that. All right. And so all you have to do is go to, and I will send another email today if you're not an affiliate yet. I'm sorry I don't have the link right here to give it to you. That kind of sucks. But and I'll put it, how about this? I'll put the link in the WhatsApp group. Okay. And you can just sign up, be an affiliate, take a video, tag it, tag me, put your unique link, or put a post about what you experienced, an insight you experienced, something that you want to share with people about what you see as possible, anything. Just make it easy. Post it, have a couple people sign up for free for this, and you will get access to that training. We're going to release the date when I'm doing it. It will be during this challenge towards the end. All right. So excited for you to be part of that. Did someone just post this link? Whitney, thank you. There's the affiliate link. You're the best. You're the best. Okay, so that's an easy way to do it. All right, ladies, if you're not in the WhatsApp group, come on in. And if you're having an issue getting in, email us at support@womanspeak.com, and we'll see what we can help sort out here. I saw Joan posted something about a secret. So Joan, I'm going to email you for that secret. Okay. All right, everybody. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining. Thanks for coming and bringing your full engagement and aliveness. I'm so excited to be on this ride with you. And we will gather again next Tuesday. Mwah! Happy Halloween, everybody. Bye. All right.